This is it, we're heading out on an epic adventure. Brock and Brendan are joining us. Brendan actually invited me, Brock wasn't invited, but just turned up anyway. Esky is full, check this out. Filled it up this morning, put some ice in her. You always tell when it's serious when the Esky gets filled up. Nothing but health food in there, baby. Check these things out, these are delicious. Raspberry and white chocolate, best snack on the water. Esky's full, all the meat's at the bottom underneath all the ice. Spare fuel. So we're heading off to meet Brendan at Burleigh, and then Mondrian Dam, here we come, should arrive there around midnight tonight, and then it's on for the next 4 days. Let's do it, let's go. Rods are packed. 6-hour journey awaits us. First stop Burleigh, second stop Mondrian Dam.
And maybe a wee in between.
No wheeze. Once you start on a journey in Tim's car, you stop whenever the car does.
This window doesn't work, does it?
No.
Can we get an aircon going?
There you go. The aircon drains the battery. Well, if you turn the aircon on, the battery drains and you can't start the car. Pouring rain, 6-hour drive, slow drivers, but we're here, we're amped, we're excited, because in the morning, we're chasing barra. Welcome to Mondrian Dam. Check it out. The boys and I set out on an epic little adventure last night after work. Brendan and Brock are over there. We're just about to start side scanning for some barra. What a massive dam. We did the first half of the trip in darkness, and I was just blown away at the size of this thing. I reckon if someone pulled in on you fishing, what, the dam's not big enough, would be a very appropriate saying in like that Aussie sarcastic voice. Yeah, it is huge. So I've said, look at it. And we're not even halfway up the dam. I'm just blown away. This is the first time chasing barra for me. I am pumped. I had a Red Bull last night to get me through the trip. It started to wear off. Pretty sure it kicked back in this morning because we only had a couple hours sleep. We got up here at like 12 last night. Sorry I can't film in the dark, but literally drove in the dark, got here in the dark, and then left this morning in the dark. We were the first on the boat ramp. There's only a couple of people in the caravan park, but I'm excited. First barramundi could be on the cards. I wanted it to be on the Gold Coast. They're almost impossible to catch. I've come across 2 and lost both of them, so oh well. We've chosen an impoundment to fish also because this skiff in the salt water is like a giant dinner plate to those mud geckos, the big crocodiles. We have chosen the impoundment because it eliminates that sort of threat, I hope. Is that a catfish? Yeah, Brocky. Brock's first on with a catty. Are we meant to be moving through or just waiting for them to come through? Oh man, the cameras just aren't working today. They just don't want to play ball at all. There's bait flicking around on the surface, but this session's going a classic Timmy Turtle style without a fish. Brendan said he's marked a few on the sound to come through on the last point we were working. No luck. I think we're all feeling it at the moment. No sleep. Oh, I just got hit. It wasn't a very big fish if it was one. Definitely a hit though, not a tree. I'm going to switch over to the hollow powerbait hollow belly. Apparently they're pretty good on barra. Just got it rigged weedless. Just going to tie it on here. Well, the nose broke on that, which I assumed that was going to happen. I think you need the little spirally things to hold it in. It's a shame. Right. Just rigged up a tribotrel. Last time Brock was up here, he said it was the only thing they were eating, so I'm gonna try it. Sexy black colour, probably not preferred choice, probably want to go for like a white. we got? We're moving back. No luck this morning. One hit, that's it. And Brock got 2 catfish. New location, wind's pushing up on this point. New lure, 78 pointer, XD. Fingers crossed we can get the first barra of the trip underway. Yeah. Oh. Weed. So at the moment we're just fishing windy points. Just looking for anywhere where the wind's blowing up on. The bait could be held on and the fish hopefully shouldn't be too far behind it. Having trouble with my boat cameras, so I'm only running chest. Hopefully we'll fix it at lunchtime. None of us had any luck on the barra. Brock's two on the catfish, which is more like -2. I think you get negatives for the catfish. Everyone's been trying everything. We've tried hollow bodies, hard bodies. What else have we tried? Swim baits, vibes, but nothing has got really much of an inquiry. Just the one bump, could have been a catfish all day. I've seen a few on the sounder. We got a few on the sounder on that point there. I'm just going to work my way down to another good looking point just down here. This is it, session number 2 for the first day of a Friday. Session number 1 yielded nothing. We have had no sleep. It's been hot. I'm pretty cooked because I forgot the sunscreen this morning. But we're heading out again. Probably going to jump in and have a dip before we start fishing this afternoon. It is so hot. Hopefully you can find them. We only found very small numbers on the sounder this morning and none wanted to play. These guys are having way more luck finding them on their sounder than I am on mine. I thought I found a few, but it could be anything. Knowing me. First spot this afternoon. Going to be watching the sounder closely, fishing this windy point. Oh, I'll show you what I'm throwing. I'm not going to be here very long, Brendan just said. Just going to check if there's anything coming through on the sounder while we have a bit of a flick around. Jackall Squirrel in the silent, in that cleary shrimpy colour, I forget they call it. Can't keep up with all the names these days. And snagged. Thought that was a fish. Where are we going? You didn't even look. Did you even look? On to the next spot. That didn't take long. I got 1 snag and 2 casts in. I'm just trying out this hand carved lure from Chiltern Tackle. And this thing has a wicked action. It is so smooth on the glide. Brendan tells me that this dam really isn't for swim baiting, but when you're not having much luck on anything else, why not, I say. Who knows, might get lucky with a giant, with a world record. Although they haven't seen many big barra in here since the floods. Had a couple of floods from 2011 onwards. A lot of the big barra went over the spillway. Yep, oh, yep, woo! Oh, is that a catfish? Oh no, you loser. Got the heart absolutely racing on that one. Oh no, heart's in my mouth, and look at this. This is what we end up with. Look at that, catfish on the swim bait. First fish I've caught though. First fish of the trip. Beautiful old catfish. Oh well, you gotta look at the positive side, don't you? Ah, Brock's on and he's on a catfish as well. There we go. Get this fella on his way. There he goes. First fish of the trip. Not at all what we're after. Yep, Brock's on a catfish because they're not putting it in the boat. Classic. I don't know if you guys saw this. Look at it. Check this out. This is probably the coolest thing I have ever done. Some guy commented and said, you should get one of those retractable things for your electric remote. Now, it always goes back to the hip. Tighten that drag a bit because even that catfish is getting away. Always look on the bright side of life. We all told each other that catfish were negatives. So Brock's on -3, I'm on -1. Brendan, yet to land a fish, is in the lead. Brendan just hooked up and they've got the net out, so I assume it's not a catfish. I reckon it's a barra. We'll go over there, hey? Yeah, you got a barra. First one on the board for the weekend. There it is, the first barramundi for the trip. Good on you, big man.
Thanks, mate.
Look at him. Cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life. That's awesome. Big hit. I did. I just got bobbed. That one that just hit mine would have been easy a -20. Look at my freaking ankles are swelling up. Yeah, I got bloody cankles going on. You know you've had a big day when your ankles start to swell up.
What's this going?
I have cankles, my skin feels like pork crackling, and I haven't caught a barra all day. Here we go. Trying on the Munros in this colour that he sent to me as a prototype for big flathead. Oh man, that's like 1.50 m. Dead set, and guess what? He's gonna eat the Munros straight up. Just straight up. I can just feel it. I give up. The trusty old green and gold. I just want a barra. I drove all the way up here expecting barra just to be on tap. It's the last time that I pay for a stocked impoundment license. I tell you what, I haven't caught a single fish this year or the end of last year in a stocked impoundment. How sad's that?
So
I had a resident cockroach in my car and just before I come here I was cleaning it out and there was an old like packet of chips and I pulled it up and he had died in the packet of chips. Poor bloke. Overheated, I reckon. I saw him one day when I closed my door and he ran inside and I was like, oh you little f***, he's going to come out and run on my face when I'm driving. It's been in my mind the whole time, and then when I found him in the chip packet I was like, I don't have to worry anymore. Well, that's the end of day one on Lake Misery. Brendan ended up on 1 barra, so he's 1 up. Brock's -3 on 3 catfish, and I'm -1. Hasn't been a great successful day. We had good barra coming through where we were fishing, and then the last hour it kind of just went dead, which was a shame. It was meant to pick up. Stay tuned for another awesome Timmy Turtle adventure on day 2. Oh well, tomorrow's a new day and I'm still positive we're gonna get my first barra this trip. Never been so tired in my life. Slept like an absolute log. Day 2 chasing big barry out at the dam, out at Mondrian Dam. We did not pace ourselves at all for this. So much effort into day 1 for a tiny little fish. Day 2 on Lake Misery. We have this really crappy problem that every time Brendan turns his motor, my motor turns. So at the moment I'm just behind him and he's just controlling me all the way to... It's really frustrating. I think he's gonna have to take his batteries out and repair his motor. Every time he turns, every time he pushes go, every time he pushes spot lock, it affects my motor. So frustrating. We're gonna work this point over here. I don't know if you guys can see in the dark, but a guy at the campground yesterday, we had a scan, we didn't see anything, but then a guy in the campground pulled up and sat there for a while and he said a fair few barra came through. So we're gonna have one little flick here this morning. if there's not much happening, we'll move on to the next spot. But the wind was pretty consistent here last night. That's how you fish this dam apparently. I've never fished it. Brendan's been giving me a lot of pointers, so it's Brock. You just got to fish like the windy points or anywhere there the bait's getting pushed up into. Yesterday we fished like a section where it funnels down. That's where Brendan got his. Fair few came through early on and then they stopped towards sunset, which was strange. He said it's normally the other way around. Maybe the wind was changing. Surprisingly, my confidence is pretty high for someone who got absolutely demoralised yesterday. Look at it. How could you not be happy though? Out on the water. First bazzer, here we come. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. I just marked a fish. It's a white, yeah, it's definitely a fish. That's a fish. Just switch lures again. Throw on the Gantia. Just not really sure what's going to work at the moment. There you go, Gantia. I'm just going to slow roll it along here. I'm trying to imitate a big bony brim. Can I have a bar, please? Here we go, this is going on YouTube. Thank you. Well, I lost Brendan and Brock. I stopped to check a point and they disappeared. So I'm not sure where they went, but this is a spot we hit yesterday and I mean the wind's pushing up on it again. Might as well give it another crack. Just starting to get into the right depths now. Huck it out. Look at that. That's a barrow if ever I've seen them. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. You're right down on the bottom though. Side scan shots.
It's not mine. He went into a new bay that I've been in and I found him at the end.
Yeah.
I thought I better not disturb him. We left, he texted me, he said, oh, you should have stayed. So like 10 minutes after we leave.
Holy sh**.
23 there, just on the side scan.
Did he get one?
Yeah, he just said, oh, we got 6, but we should have got more. I'm disappointed. He's like 3 bays up from where we all are. Like,
So exactly what we were doing, but successful.
Yeah.
The next bay around, 20 barra come through. They got 6. Look at their faces, defeated.
I'll show you, when we get back later, I'll show you the picture of his sounder.
That's just depressing, mate. Well, this is it, day 3, and we are still fishless. Brendan's on 1, I'm on 1 catfish, Brock's on 3 catfish. It's been a pretty tough trip. We've marked a few. It's very depressing when you hear that other people are catching like 20 in a session. That's a local guy who's been doing it for years. Obviously, we just got to keep looking for those fish coming through on certain points. Day 3, we had to sleep in this morning. No wind, so we decided to sleep in, go out for the lunchtime bite. That's around about when everyone's been getting them, is the lunchtime 11 through till 3. And then again on dusk. Just had to glue my motor guide. This is brand new and she's already cracked, so just had to glue my thing back on. It's the worst design, dead set. That's how I lost my first one, it cracked. Oh, we also fixed the pairing issue. This was killer. Brendan was controlling my motor and his motor, and I was just controlling my motor. So I kept running into trees every time Brendan pushed his button, but we finally fixed that this morning. We had to resync it and we tried so much stuff, but eventually worked it out. We just had to reset the receiver, so worked out how to do that. Wind slowly picking up. Wind is like gold out here on the dam. That's when the barras start moving. I bought so many lures out to use so many different lures, and at the end of the day, today I'm just going with the pink eye Susie. Susie has pink eye. I just want to fish. That's the only fish we've got so far on the boat was the pink eye Susie. Jackall Squirrel. Heading out now, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna fish through till about 1, I reckon. Head off and then fish again from about 3 o'clock through to dark. You look the part, Brock.
I reckon.
The fish are on the bite. You just got to know how to find them. And first time out on the dam, she's proven a bit difficult. This is Brendan's 10th time. So he's doing what he knows. You can only do what you know and listen to everyone, and that's it. So just putting the boat in now. Final day, full day. We might try something different tomorrow, not sure, but final full day out at Lake Mondrian. Fingers crossed we can get a barra on this boat, eh? Dead set. Making me nervous. Oh, beautifully done, turtle. And we're away. Let's do it. Are you working the point or are you working in? Are they moving through or just sitting there? Have you lost 3 or 2? Have you marked them coming through? Oh yeah, I can mark. I'm seeing 1 fish in there now. Oh, I just got hit. You just grabbed that at the boat. Changed over to Wakagsaki. Brendan and Brock have been getting heaps. That one's got to be 1 metre plus. It's just this giant shadow. Yep. Oh! Yes! Finally! Oh, it's a good fish. Oh, yes! Oh, good fish. Oh. Gee, don't they pull some string? Woo. Oh man. I'll get him up to the surface first, then I'll decide, eh? Woohoo! How's that? Nah. Yes! First barra! How freaking hard have we worked this weekend for that? Oh my goodness. Oh, how good is that fish? I wonder how big he is. It's like 60, 50, 60? Just before I release it. Oh, white squirrel did the job. Tried so many lures this weekend. Did you just grab them by the mouth? Is that a thing? What a little beast. Man, he pulled some string. I want a bigger one. Sunscreen in my eyes. Stinging. Yeah, buddy. Midday bite for the Barra Monday. First little Barra. How good is that? Bloody stoked. They go so hard.
Yeah, good, hey?
Yeah. Hopefully there's heaps more coming through on the sounder, so hopefully we can pick up a couple more. We've just been working this weed bank. How's that? Get a couple of photos with the good camera and we'll put him back. How good do they look? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh. Oh. How good is that? They go so hard. Oh, 1 fish. The sleep-in call was a good call. There we go, that's what did the damage. I've tried so many lures this weekend. Nothing paying off. White Wakagsaki did the damage. I can see how you can get heaps of fish in a session now. Like it.
Just finding the good session.
Yeah, when they start coming through. Fish every 10 minutes or so. Heading out for the final afternoon session of our little Mondrian trip. 1 barra, my first ever barra this morning. Pretty psyched about that. Now just to get some bigger models. Yesterday we went to a bay to see if we could find any, and we had about 4 come through in 2 hours. The bay very next, literally walk over the hill 50 metres, the next bay over, a bloke sent us a screenshot of 23 barra on the same screenshot. It was unbelievable. We're gonna go check that one out again. We're gonna check that one out this afternoon. We're gonna work between them and see which one they're going through. But hopefully the wind's doing the same thing. Fingers crossed they're in one of the bays and we see them coming through on the sounder and we can pick up some more fish. But I think he said out of the 23 he got 6. So they managed to pick up 6 barra out of the 23 that were coming through and circling in the area. High confidence that we're going to pick up at least 1. If not, tomorrow morning's our last chance to get another barra. 1 barra is not enough for how much effort we've put in. Yeah, dude, awesome. Look at the size of that thing.
He's got a big line on him on the other side.
79. That's awesome. Yep. Oh, caddy. I think it's a caddy. That's not good. Ah, it is too. Ah, you piece of sugar. Thought for a second we had a barra because it went up to the surface. There he goes. That was lucky. Didn't even have to get the pliers out. Nothing really coming through on the sounder. I've set up camp on this point this afternoon. We've got Brock and Brendan way down the end in the gully. Brendan just pulled out a 79, but I wasn't seeing any fish come through on the sounder. So I'm not sure whether that fish was camped down there because it was like pretty much like 5th cast and he's pulled it out. I was still setting up camera gear. I've just worked 2 points coming out of there just to see if the barra are working their way in, and just set up camp on the point leading in, but I can't even see any fish coming in. I'm thinking we're going to skip over to the next bay. Right, I just skipped into the next bay. Let's see if we can find anything in here. There's not as much wind pushing into this bay, but there was a little bit of bait. I'm not going to give it too long here. We only get 10 or 15 and then I'm going to skip over to the next one. Ooh, little touch then. Nothing. Oh, something's down there having a go. Right, I'm going to move on. Not seeing anything come in here apart from what looks to be catfish or, yeah, I don't know what it is. Well, we got barra moving through this spot, but they're all on the wrong side. They're on this left-hand side. I just had 3 come through. My sounder's quite difficult to interpret, but there we go, there's another one coming through. There's just tiny little faded dots. Oh, big barra. Check that fella out. There is a barramundi. Look at him. Oh, big barra, big barra. Oh, wow. Come on, something hit my lure. Big shadows coming through at the moment. Or a big shadow. So this is what just came through on the sounder. I just parked up against a tree. Man, they were coming through so thick and I just couldn't get anything to hit it. Well, I can finally read the sounder for some reason. Oh my God, my sounder can actually see a barra. It only took it 3 days, but it's finally worked out how to do it. Oh, there's a massive one.
What side?
This is just here. I just want to know how to get them because I've seen them, there was 8 of them swam past before. They're coming through 5 metres out there too.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, just got whacked. Yeah. Yep. Caddy. Second caddy for the day, gone. Not what we want. Yep, yep.
Oh nice.
Yes. Just a little fella. Is it a caddy? Are you kidding me?
Is it?
Far out.
No.
Another caddy. Freaking jumped. Fingers crossed for tomorrow, hey? Well, that's it for day 3, the final full day on the dam. We got one more session tomorrow. It's been an unbelievable trip. So much to learn. It's always been high on my list of things to do is the impoundment barra on the skiff. It's a bit hard with saltwater barra because you have to tangle with the crocodiles most locations they live. We got one more session tomorrow. We're going to try somewhere new. Pretty depressing this afternoon. I tried 3 spots. Brendan and Brock tried 2 spots. Brendan, 5th cast, nailed a 79. Was awesome. But there was just no more barra moving through. It must have just been one that was chilling at the back of the bay. That was a cool experience to see. 79, biggest of the trip so far. I landed like 4 caddies. That was about it. So I'm on like 1 barra and 4 caddies, which is not Not good at all when you see a Facebook post of a bloke who caught 50 this weekend. Lots more learning to do. I've been like a sponge this weekend trying to listen to everyone who fishes this and just trying to sop it all up. Really want to come back here and give it another crack. It's so, just destroys your spirits, but it's also so addictive. I've never fished this hard before in my life. We've spent so much time on the water, it's not funny. We're obviously just not fishing right. I think we've got to learn a bit more. I think it's all about moving until you find those feeding fish. The amount of fish we saw coming through the sounder this afternoon, we would have had about 50 fish come past the sounder, whether they're the same ones doing loops or whether they were different ones moving to another area to feed, but they just would not touch the lures. I thought I had one finally when a fish took it, jumped out of the water, catfish with barra qualities. That's all I got. 50 fish in the weekend. And if you count my fish, Brock's fish, Brendan's fish, and our catfish, we don't even come close to that. See you in the morning, guys. Last day, I'm praying we can find them this morning. It's a long way to come up for one barra, one small barra. It's a long trip up to our spot we're going to check out this morning. Rob, the owner of the park, gave it to us, said go and check it out. If you want topwater barra, this is the place. Going to try topwater for a little bit and then chuck on the Jackall squirrels again, throw them around, see what happens. You should see the bait coming through this little section here. It's freaking thick. I'm just going to tie on a little topwater frog. There we go. That's what I'm going to try this morning, if the bait caster can throw it. Check that out. Let's see if we can throw this thing.
Not marking any turtle.
No, this is just a G-splash. Come on, there's got to be one barra chilling in here. Oh! Oh, he's still there. Barra. This looks like a little corridor of carnage here. There's all bait flicking along the surface through here, and I just had a barra come up and just miss it. Oh, that's a catty. That's a big catfish. Oh, sugar. I didn't want him to eat it, that was huge. There's a bit of action going on down here. Yep, yes. Oh, he followed that. Come on, don't be a catty. Ah, I think it might be a catty. Ah, you piece of... Oh, man. Ah. Where are the buzzers at? Topwater catfish, does it get any more exciting than that? Seems like I came up here for catfish and I just got one barra bycatch. Oh, I thought for sure that was a... That's disappointing, isn't it? Oh, that's another catfish, I reckon. Just catties on surface. Come at me. That's the end of the Mondrian session. One barra. I got this sickening feeling. I feel like I failed for some reason. I got one, but just not what we're after. When someone catches 51 in a weekend and you get one. Definitely a place you need to spend time at and work out. I haven't even seen a barra this morning. The wind's kind of changed directions. Want to spend some more time up here and work it out, because if you can have amazing sessions, just have to start working out the dam, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This is all I got, unfortunately. A couple of catfish and a barra. I'm absolutely cooked. I've got cankles. My feet are swollen up. Spent so long on the on the skiff standing up over the last 4 days. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next episode.